Guys, welcome back to the shit show. What are we looking at? This is one from Joey Cuz. The Brewnies India Pale Ale, 6.9%. 902 Brewing Company out of New Jersey, Jersey City. Okay. We don't got time. We don't got time for all that stuff everybody else can do, because we are on Mr. Holster's schedule. Not sure if it's oh yeah, looks like it's got some schmaltz on the bottom. Getting some good head too. It's a 50-50. Big, lofty bubbles. I love big, lofty bubbles. A little bit of a tropical fruitiness. Not as much as, government warning. Consumption by children should not operate vehicles or machinery. Oh yeah, it's just, wow, look at that layer. That last layer that dumped in there. It was thick. It just wasn't chunky like that last one, Joey. Okay, cheers everyone. Not bad. More of an orange or a tangerine-like flavor to it. Oh, by the way, this is a double header. Little something that Smile Money would call show prep. We're also going to be looking at Flask number 62. I mean, why not? I mean, due to the fact that I've had the brew stuff, it's the old whiskey reviews are been farther in between. Now, I have not put my nose to this. Oh, excuse me. But Christine smelt it and said that it smelt really good. What I'm getting really strong on it is the oakiness. And I'm going with a whiskey or a bourbon. You know, I go on and on about how my love isn't really there for the necessarily for the bourbons or some whiskeys, but I have to say this was or is a very enjoyable. And I remember having that Boker's that was listed at 126 and like a half proof, and I remember that was kind of like do a shot and this if it wasn't if it was something like, say, NIHAP had sent me and I had to take a guess, I might go, it seems like a little heavier hitter, but I would have been so wrong at the 127. Let's give a little little palate cleaning here. Cheers, guys. Wow, I'm not entirely sure on that comment that it's a whiskey or a bourbon. Now, wow it's fairly non-aggressive. I'm not getting a huge roller coaster ride like you would with the Bruichladdich, the Lafroig or the Ardbeg or the Paul John. It's just kind of, here we are. We're traveling across your tongue. I know this sounds really, really... And now we're gone. I think I'm gonna have to stick with a whiskey, but not a lot going on. It was very straightforward on the oakiness, on the aroma. I'm gonna have to go with a whiskey, and I'm gonna spell it EY. The taste. Wow, that really looks like orange juice. It kind of starts off with a little bit of a vanilla, and then it heads straight in to that fairly heavy oakiness. Yeah, I'm not getting a heck of a lot. Not getting a heck of a lot on the end. I mean, it's not boozy. It doesn't have any real negative characteristics to it, but it's, I don't know. It's kind of like nothing really went wrong with the date, but you just don't see a reason to call her ever again. I'm gonna give it a 4. And I'm giving it a 4 because of there's just nothing really there exciting or flavors. But it's not bad. It's not a terrible. So it's kind of like a happy 4, not an unhappy 4. You know what I mean? Let's dispatch to NIHAP. It's kind of been a while since I've sent them information on a review. So we're looking at Flask number 62. I'm going with a whiskey, spelling it with an E. It just starts off with a vanilla, and then just kind of pushes into an oakiness. And I gave it a 4. Okay. And due to social distancing, I have been unable to spend quality time with David Brown and Bunky, but I was up to I didn't even count, David. Was it 6 or 7 packages? And he told me, quote unquote, all the ones that look like they might contain Chinese bullshit, to just go ahead and open them, and if it looks like it's something different, then just save it for me. And I said, I tell you what, why don't you bring a frickin' knife with, and you can open them, and anything that you're deeming that you don't want to eat or touch or look at, just leave it behind for me, and I'll eat it. And there was nothing left, so I haven't had a chance to talk to David yet today. But on the other hand, he left this. Now, David, this is something, And in case, because I'm remembering now and may not remember when I'm actually talking to you, I did not realize that that not only did Residuals, oh shit, it's right here on the back. Never mind. I'm going to have to go up and buy some. One of the best beef stick I have ever had is Residuals, Bloody Mary beef sticks. A whole bunch of local bars used to serve Bloody Marys with one of these meat sticks served in it. Now, I didn't realize that they actually got to the point where they have their pre-packaged, kind of like a Slim Jim. This is actually news to me. David, you've always, I don't know, I guess I just never read the other ones. So, but yeah, you go up to their meat counter, Residual Meats has the best chorizo I have ever had. Now, I'm saying that as a white boy in Minnesota, so it could, if you've ever had real high quality chorizo sausage, you might have this and say bullshit, but it's one of my favorite summertime grilling meats. I go up to Residuals, Old World Meat, and I pick up a bunch of chorizo sausage. I cook them on the grill. I bring them in the house. I put them on a nice hoagie bun, not a hot dog bun, and then I slather it. I am so looking forward to this. I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I would normally put mustard on it. Now it's going to be the Satan sauce mustard. Slather it heavy with Satan sauce mustard, and then pack sauerkraut all over the top of it. Sauerkraut used to be one of those things that I used to hate. And as a matter of fact, I have to give credit to my friend Carl. Probably never sees this because he actually has a life. A local friend. Originally met Carl when I was like 18 years old working at Target. And Carl is the one who introduced me to the Residuals chorizo sausage. And he goes, the whole meal and the alcohol and the entertainment and the fun and the camaraderie is all on me. But you only get everything or nothing as long as you eat the dinner the way that I want to serve it. I'm just like, okay. That is how I mean, some people would say, you don't put sauerkraut on chorizo. Oh my God, just shut up and listen to me. I would have said the same thing. As a matter of fact, I really wasn't a sauerkraut fanboy. I grew up in a family that we had the big sauerkraut presses, and my grandma and my aunts and my mom were all cooking it up and boiling it down in the pressure cooker in this big vat with this big screw top to compress it and age it and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I've had my fair share of sauerkraut. So Carl says to me, you get all the alcohol. Hell, I'll make sure that if, this was when I was married to the hooker. If the hooker wants to drink and you need a ride home, I'll even make sure that I'll pay for the frickin' cab. You have to have the dinner my way. I'm like, oh, okay. You got me kind of overbilling this, I think. So cooking chorizo sausage up on the grill. I had heard of it. I don't know if I'd really had it. I mean, yeah, I would have had chorizo in a fashion from the Hacienda del Sol. David Brown would know who I'm talking about, the owner, Kevin Deutsch. Probably the finest Mexican restaurant you would ever find north of Mexico, because Kevin went and spent a year living in Mexico with a family making recipes. So I would have had chorizo then. But so Carl cooks the chorizos up out on the grill and puts the mustard on it and covers it in sauerkraut. And oh my God, it possibly the best anytime but summertime experience that I have ever had. And now I'm about to put David Brown's meat in my mouth. I got this because David said that it was way too hot for him. It was buffalo style. I am not a fan of buffalo wings. I like teriyaki. an orange, a sweet orange sauce, that kind of thing. But anytime I get the opportunity to put David Brown's meat in my mouth, I take it. We just had a friend of many of you and a friend of the family just walk through the door. If you heard that doorbell. I'd actually turned it into a little contest because I can only think of one person that actually knows who's actually here right now. Okay, where's the hot part, David? Maybe I should put a little of this on it. I haven't even opened it. Habanero hot sauce from hell. Devil's Revenge. 1 million Scovilles. Capsaicin extract. See, if you have to fake it, fuck it. I want the peppers for what they are. And Christine, being that I now get a full 8 feet of our garden because I put 8 more feet onto it, I get 8 feet of hot peppers, and she bought a bunch of everything. There's a few in there I've never even heard of. David, your meat is lame. Hey David, next time you're up there, get some Bloody Mary beef sticks. How much is this box? Actually, David, get whatever one you would normally get for yourself. Get me a Bloody Mary. I'll buy both of them. Moving on up to the top. Okay, Hornet Fixer, late on the last one, says, okay, it's the 21st. No, the 20th review. What the fuck? I have no idea what the fuck you fucking talking about. Fuck you. Brad Thomas was first. Multi-Gunman says second. Joey Cuz says first. Shit, second from the shitter. RS1 says second, being third, but I appreciate you're still on the podium. Multi-Gunman says titties. Steven says sixth, actually being fourth. Multi-Gunman says first to him. Multi-Gunman says top 10, just not giving a flying fuck. And Mr. 27 says, damn it. Poco Loco, I wouldn't mind having a ginger Christmas. Wowzers. Now, I did listen to Christine at the last minute. She says, the beer says ginger. You should make sure the intro girl is a redhead. She wasn't like, yeah, she's still qualified. The intro girl, anyway. Richard, my friend Rich Huff, cheers all, cheers Rich. Multi-Gunman, came for the beer, stay for the midget porn, leave for the embarrassment. Sharky says, sounds like more nights than I'd like to remember from my student years in Amsterdam. Poco Loco, I agree. This show needs more midget porn. Maybe you should stick a cowbell in a midget. You are one sick motherfucker, but I like where you're going with this. Fu Master Chew. Is it Friday yet? Cheers, brothers. It is now. 20 hours ago? No. Jolson says it's now. Over here it is, says Shark. fucking Sharky. J-Dog is here. Smile Money, it says top 10, and I'll take his word for it. Poco Loco says, someone going to invent a portable EMP, then they're going to walk around crowded areas rendering everyone's chip useless, and their phones, and their credit cards, and their cameras, and their passports. Someone needs to invent a high-powered, white van-mounted version. Talk to Hornet Fixer about that. Sounds like it's right up his alley. Mike, cheers, you fuck up, Eric. You still alive and getting up on your own power. Life is good. Cheers, brother. Oh yeah. Even though by now I should be dead, because the only place I ever wear a fucking mask is fucking Menards. Now I know, there's people out there that are saying people like me are assholes, and I could possibly give the scourge to an elderly person that may not make it. Next time I'm at the nursing home, I'll wear a fucking mask on my accord. It's kind of like, Joey would know more about this. It's kind of like butt sex. It's really not all that incredible, but when you can't have it, you want it even more. Or I've been told. I personally, I'm still a virgin. I can explain Samantha and Lily. Okay, I might not be a virgin. I'm thinking about having my second virginity, though. Like women, they can have their that area, like bring it in just a little bit, like how does that work? Is that like a few extra stitches, or what? Some super glue? You sit on a curling iron? Never mind. I honestly really don't want to know. I take that all back. Mike again. That Knob Creek would have lasted about half a day or less with me. Well, yeah. Considering it was me, Matt, and Christine on the first night, and then Christine poured a pretty stiffy yesterday, and I had mine. It's very tasty, but I still got to find out from Matt. I will still happily hand him $35 and tell him that he can't have any more of it. Or maybe we should just go halvesies on another one and put it for backup, because it reminded me the most of the Beacon, but with a little bit more kick. That rye, that is making me a fan of. That is making me a fan of rye. Scott, Mr. Holster, he was fucking on to something. That's all I have to say. And I know when I asked him, what should I get? He specifically said Knob Creek. And I was going to buy the second time that we got together, I was going to buy a bottle, and he said, I'm not going to be able to drink any of it. I'm doing all the chemotherapy and all the shit, and I'm not drinking anything but the really nasty shit that you see me making up in the videos and my cocktails that I have at home. So save your money, but if you want to get some for yourself, he did recommend the Knob Creek, and I just don't know if it's because it was more than likely most of people that you mention it to can probably get it. I know I've had a few others recommended to me that supposedly Mr. Holster would sign off on, but as of right now, first of all, one thing I am experiencing in this whole whiskey, Scotch road that I'm traveling down thanks to NIHAP is I really like the words cask strength. Lefroy 10 cask strength, hands down better than the regular 10. The Paul John, just if you think that you can handle a heavily peated whiskey Scotch and you are anywhere and you see a bottle of Paul John, get it. Get it. Clyde, I would love to have your thoughts on if you found a bottle of that and you had some, what you thought. I think you'd also be quite a fan of the Octomore from Brooklady. Lassie. Chuck! Oh, God, I love any time Chuck fucking comes over here, leaves a comment. And evidently 5 of you fuckers also did. Chuck says, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. Mr. 27 says, amen. Carpe diem. Stop the madness of oppressing the people. Tyrants always fall at the hands of those they oppress. Tyranny shall not stand. I do give that an amen.
Honey, I'm home. Baby!
Okay, it's time for you to guess who's here. Let me pour you one.
I haven't eaten.
Oh, you haven't had anything to eat?
I just ate 2 pieces of crackers.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Come here. Hang on. Okay, come here. Jules. Look who's here for a long weekend or maybe 6 or 8 months.
Oh.
No? Oh, okay.
No, not yet. But thank you.
Oh, anytime. So this is the giveaway gun. What do you think of that?
I love it.
Justin's final mission.
See, it is heavy.
300 blackout.
Beautiful. I like the details on this.
Yeah, this was a donation from our local indoor range, Dead On. It's actually made by Unique Firearms. They're the same company that actually made the handguard that was on the woman's build.
Wow.
With the diamonds and stuff. It was just resold through the company that we bought it from. David Brown. Would you like David Brown's meat in your mouth?
Sure, why not? Ah! You are such a pest.
It's spicy. Oh, well, he says it's spicy.
I can't eat spicy food.
Buffalo wild wing or buffalo wings flavor.
Yeah.
He says it's spicy. I didn't notice it.
No, thank you. I don't want to have it.
I got the whole box because he had one and petered out.
Petered out?
He couldn't handle it.
All right, I'll let you get back to your...
These guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my. I thought we didn't want to bother you.
I bet you after the ride you're happy to be standing.
Yeah, my poor. Oh my God.
What is it? 6.5 hours?
Yeah, we stop. Make it 7. You know, we have to stop. And
Oh yeah.
put
Yes.
gas
You know, that's the thing. That's the game I play whenever. Like the last time I went down to Christopher's, it was like, I should really stop and get something to eat, maybe a snack. Well, then I'd lose time.
I know. And that's why I didn't eat. I didn't stop for anything. I just put gas, and that's about it. So
I have no idea what Christine has planned for dinner tonight.
she's waiting on you.
Just tell her to make up her mind.
Make up a what?
You know?
Anything?
I don't really
Pizza?
care.
No?
Hey, yeah, we could order pizza if you want pizza.
Yeah, and we just pick it up. It's almost, I think, 5. No. Yeah, it's after 5 now.
5. Well, like last weekend, I called down there. It's going to be an hour and 30 minutes maybe for delivery. What if I came down and picked it up? Well, we can have it ready in 15 minutes.
Wow,
okay.
what a difference.
Okay, they're a block and a half away.
Oh.
I'll come and get it.
Yeah. Traffic is really bad over here. I mean, going out of town. People are going out of town. Definitely
Well,
for the weekend.
it's officially the long weekend for a lot of people.
Yeah. So,
No, tell her I'm good with pizza if she wants.
thank you.
Good to see you
Good to see you.
for 8 months.
All right.
Oh, I love that woman. She is... Ed, you had a great wife. You know, Joey, it's definitely going in a little bit different direction than a tropical. Definitely more of an orange, but it's not subdued, but it's not like, I gotta be careful here. It's not like pow. Well, that would probably be a copyright from Ammo Head. Pow. This is very drinkable. Again, a lawnmower beer. Maybe a premium lawnmower beer. But I do like the flavors. But I'm also a huge fan of orange juice. I'm not even shitting you. Christine usually gets roughly 3 to 4 gallons of orange juice a week. You think you watch me pour a beer and I drink a whole beer. I do the same thing, regardless if it's a glass of water, glass of orange juice. Like last night with after I did the review, I drank the beer, and then after that, I'm good. I'm done. When it's all gone, switch to orange juice. I literally just grabbed the unopened, at that point in time, container, poured myself a big glass, and then just took the whole jug. Took the whole jug with me to have with dinner, and then after dinner. I don't know. It's a bare minimum of a half of a gallon of orange juice every single day. And that's probably why I'm liking this. It's bringing like an orange, a tangerine, and something like that with it. And it's not really overwhelming though. It's, again, some people, Jay from Elite Ammunition. Jay, I almost went with the Belgian triple that Joey sent, but I went with this one because it was an IPA, and I wanted to make sure that I was getting the IPAs out of the system so that I was having them as fresh as possible. But it's been a while, so I wanted to add the whiskey. I don't know, did I miss any sound effects? I mean, did we not hear? No, we haven't. We have not heard from Nyhap, but we are continuing to hear from David Brown. Smile money. Pretty sure hospitals need patients, so you destroy the hospitals that you think will be overrun by keeping them empty. Makes perfect sense if you are delusional. Smile money, I have no idea what I said that would make you leave a comment like that, but we need hospitals. On the other hand, 1,000 people, almost, I know it's dramatic, it's only 900, almost 1,000 people right here are losing their jobs. And I smile money, I will take it to where it needs to be placed. Not with the hospitals, not with the businesses in this area, with the fucking scam called COVID-19 coronavirus. I mean, you can say all that you want and put your death numbers up, which I personally think that number is bullshit, because, if people are putting up memes, a car accident, with the guy laying on the hood of the car all bloodied up, and the reporter is like, when did you realize that you had COVID-19? The fact is, we would not be where we are right now today if Donald Trump wasn't the president of the United States. I am willing to bet my future on that comment. We didn't do this with N1H1. We didn't do this with any of the fucking shit before it. This was everything the Democrats could do to try to make Trump look bad. And they hate Trump so badly that they were willing to destroy the economy of the United States. Look at all these big businesses saying, that's it, we're done. European exports or export one, I don't know. We have one here, and they announced every single store, done, closed, out of business, bankrupt. J.C. Penney's, I don't know if it's going to be all of them, but it's going to be a lot of them. I blame all of the closures on the fucking cock-sucking Democrat libtards that hate Trump. Because I can guarantee you right now, if Trump wouldn't been in office, we wouldn't be where we are today. Not a chance. Prove me wrong. You can't. I'm not talking to you, Smile Mike. I'm talking to fucking everybody. Mike. See, Eric, I told you I bought in. I won't win either, but just don't care. It's all for a great cause and mission we are out for. Mike, I hope you do win one of them. I've had several somebodies over the years saying, I'm entering, it's a great cause, but I know I'm not going to win. NEPA, Gun Talk, I remember him saying that I'm entering and I'm showing support for Pete's Armor Guard holsters, but I never win. He won. Mike again. Christine has a life-keeping. Christine has a life keeping you, Eric, on the straight and narrow. I don't know about straight and narrow, Mike. She does push in the right direction. Smile money. Got ya. You have a taste for beer that women like. Well, except Christine. Mr. 27 says 25th. You should have waited for 2 more comments. P. Thaddeus. Hornswoggler. I'm sure I fuck that up every time. Nothing personal. Fuck me. I miss Mr. Holster. To the sunny slopes of long ago. Amen to that. I don't know if this is a fair tribute, but Scott, Mr. Holster, I miss you. A lot of people miss you. I have been asked a question, and in case I can't, I don't have Mrs. Holster's a cell phone number. Christine does, so I need to remember to ask her. A worst case scenario is everybody, or I forget, but the crazy Scotsman hears me say this because I know he has her number. I have been asked this question by multiple people, and it's a valid question. Does Mrs. Holster have access to and is getting the Patreon money from Mr. Holster's account? Because people are saying if she does not and is not getting that money, then they want to close their accounts. I would be one of them. And just make sure that she gets the money direct. So I need to try to remember, and if I forget, the Crazy Scotsman, I'd be more than happy if, even if both of us end up having to ask her, but is she getting Mr. Holster's Patreon money? Or is this an account that either she doesn't know about? I'm assuming that it's linked to his bank account, though. It may not be. But, like I said, I've been asked by multiple people to answer that question. Oh, I just realized I'm carrying the FN57 and I was thinking about stepping up. Now, actually, in most cases, it might be class, some people may argue. Financially, I have nothing that I could carry that would financially beat this gun. But every now and then, it's nice to just carry something a little bit different, kind of like that barbecue gun kind of scenario. Like last weekend, from Friday until Monday morning, it was the 1066, and I literally on Monday morning came down here, grabbed the FN and holster, and swapped out. Went back to it, but I mean, as much as I love my 1006, and that it's the first classic Smith & Wesson that I ever owned, and then of course it was in the beloved 10 millimeter. That 1066 is just a wicked carry gun. There's just something about the fact that it's a little bit shorter. Maybe even the fact that it's got the bobbed hammer on it, but God, it's just such a beautiful gun. I mean, you pull that out, and as soon as it's in your hands, there's just something about the badassery. Maybe I'll carry that again. I don't know. Love that thing. Now, this last drink, of course, I've now had beer, and I've had David's meat in my mouth. That was very, very bourbon-esque. I have not heard from the man yet. I'm when you see this, I'm putting a slash. I'm going with bourbon. Right now. I realize I already sent him the information, and I'm going with bourbon. Just there was maybe it was just mixing with David's meat in my mouth. I don't know. Of course, Project Secret Squirrel. Let's test it. Ready? Okay, we are on a streak of locking. Just love these sights. They just look at them. I mean, how small and compact. They are just like a wood tick. They just burrow in, and you don't even know they're there until you realize you're fucked. Love these. Absolutely love these. If they weren't almost $200, I would definitely upgrade on my pistol. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Midwest Industries. There's just something about these. I just think they're just so sexy because they like disappear on your rifle. Need them or don't need them? Project Secret Squirrel. And of course, I also pulled out. I'm the king of pullout. Now, it's not a pistol, because this is a stock. I know it looks an awful lot like a lot of the braces, but yeah, it's not. So, I still got to get out and try this. I have no idea what this brake is like. Just knowing what I know about brakes and looking at it, I think it's going to be a performer. I kind of like it's a little bit more dainty, but it's still kind of like a little bulldog. It's like, hey, I'm still here, motherfucker. And of course, I did the 45, and I put my ACSS on here. Now, I gotta give credit where credit is due. After Gunwild asked me, hey, is that the Fiachi? I tell you one thing, Gunwild. When you try to open the Fiachi cover, it doesn't come off the fucking scope like this does. This fucking pisses me off. It's like, you gotta... I'm almost thinking, the front is perfect, but I'm almost thinking about just putting the bikini, the bra style one on there instead, just because it's fucking garbage. Thing's just badass. Hope it runs. Hasn't been shot yet. Yeah, I know, Smile. Gotta get out of this place if it's the last thing. Steve, another 10. You gave the French Toast beer from them a 10 as well. They kick ass on their beers. Yes, they do. Oh, that gingerbread Christmas was fucking awesome. Steven again, I want in on the secret giveaway. Cobra, I'm here to fix the gate. Gate to another universe. Then Scourge, you can still see the pink/red between her legs. I just love fresh tuna. John E. Concho, cheers everyone. Cheers, Johnny. The clock is ticking, my friend. Little quality time. Real Cobra Burnout, 51 minutes and 58 second mark equals $5. No! Are you... Boom. Smile money. Stand. Fuck! Cobra, SH for the M1 giveaway. That's an inside joke. Well, actually, it's not really an inside joke, but yeah, in case Chuckles is still here, yeah, it is a fucking joke. Let's take valid information from a fucking... Zeus, I finally bought some new boots after 2.5 years on the old ones. Solomon? XA Forces Mid GTX. Now, I see why the folks that jump out of helicopters wear them. Sound cheap. They sound cheap, Zeus. Sharky, fucking Sharky, in response back says, I'm looking for some new Gore-Tex boots for when I'm in the wet and muddy terrain, hiking on the AB class terrain. Would those fit the bill? And Zeus says, 100% impressed so far. No break-in. Rained first night at work. Feet dry. Shoveled several yards of gravel today. No hot spots. Ready for the abuse. Best part is the laces are the way I would like. The way I would do it. No regrets here, brother. Sharky says back to Zeus. Thanks, mate. Makes it worth the trip to my local Solomon dealer and try them on. Just an hour's drive, which over here is half the country. Never heard of them. I'm getting a little excited just listening to their dialogue. Wade, as you know, I'm not here for the brew review. It's all about the fuckery. I found a ton of like-thinking brothers at this online circle jerk session. Yes, you have. Wade, Primary Arms has the Embus Pro sights for $159. Now you tell me. Jolson, this video does not need any cowbell or shots. God, you are awesome, Jolson. Wheels and levers. What? that would do it right there. I know I reloaded the usual, but you know, since I know that Jolson sent me this, this one's a little finicky in the. Now, if they would incorporate an ejector, so you go like that and watch your shit fly. It does have the little the cutout like the M16 does. Okay, let's see. You see what just went down there? Gotta make sure I reload. And call bell in 3, 2, 1, Cobra. Wheels and levers. Ms. B is a rye whiskey fan. I knew there was many reasons to admire her. Joey Cuz. Yo. Holy fuck. You shot out the camera. It happens. Sharky. Fucking Sharky. Intro babe is cute. Secret Squirrel 2 is looking good. The M1 too. And I love the Ruger 10mm revolver. Damn. I better be... Damn, I'd better be right. Those are the rifle and revolvers. Comment at 31 minutes in, and you haven't picked them up yet. No, you're right. I never actually showed the 10mm, but you know the shit. Mainly because when the day comes that we finally get together and shoot shit, I know that this is one thing that I would specifically want you to have some fun with. Ruger Blackhawk chambered in 10mm, and now I carry one. Definitely has me thinking. He has this gun in satin stainless, and because I'm not picking on you, I carry one, but this one was a very limited edition one, and it if something would have been deserving of a safe queen, this would have been it, but that didn't work out. It was made in, I believe, 1982. There was only a limited number of them made, and it had remained unfired all the way until I got my hands on it. And this one came with the 3840 cylinder and the 10mm, but I carry one. His came with the 10mm and the 40 cal cylinder. So my question for him is, if we were getting together right now, would his, because his is satin, I wouldn't really necessarily give a fuck. You would definitely know if you picked it up that the silver one is for 40 cal and the one that matches the gun is 10mm. Would his cylinder just slide right into here and function flawlessly? Because the question is, because I have several firearms, like my 454 Casull, I can fire a 45 long Colt out of that all day long. But why would you? Because you can fire 454 Casull. It's kind of like this. See, now on the other hand, thanks to Mr. Holster, I have a shit ton, and I mean a literal. It's a shit ton. It's a Canadian metric scale thing of 40 cal. So I would be able. This is just a firearm that I just enjoy shooting so much. Adjustable sights. The ramp I painted because the day that the first time I shot it, it was very, very dark that day, and I kept losing the blade, but I'm not sure that I actually want to leave it. And then I carry one himself gave me these rosewood grips. So much nicer than the stock ones. But this thing is just freaking awesome. And I basically did exactly what Mr. Holster said. Go ahead, go out to the range, shoot your 38-40, get it out of your system, and realize what a powder puff bullshit round that is, and then you will never put that cylinder back in the gun. Wow, was he right. It was just like, poof, poof. Was that a squib? Was that a squib round? Poof. Then they switch over to the 10mm, and it's like, and then it's like the boner started. So no, other than the very first time I ever shot this, I could care. I know where the cylinder is, but I could give a flying fuck. I may get some use out of a 40 cal, but again, it's 10mm. So why? Why would you want to shoot anything but 40 cal? Moving on, Sharky. Outro boobs, nice. $10 for the grand giveaway on its way. Did I totally miss it? You never touched the revolver, did you? No, sure. No, I did not. Yeah, it was just laying there. I mean, just because I go and pull out some firearms doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to discuss them. Maybe sometimes it's just a little tease. I mean, that's just such a badass thing. I still go back to the first time I ever shot it. Brought 100 rounds. I figured it's a gate loading cowboy gun. I'll probably shoot 2 to 4 cylinders of 10mm out of it, and I brought 100 rounds, and the only reason that I stopped shooting it is because I ran out of ammo. God damn it, it's just such a fun gun to shoot. Harmarsh 2. I'm here on a Friday at 3:20 p.m. Long ass day yesterday. Came to watch this fine entertainment. If this is the last comment on the video, winner chicken dinner. Second to the last. You still do have the last though. Hi Ms. Bomey. Oh, Ms. Bomey must have had a shitty day. Well, yeah. Her employer is gonna dump almost 1,000 people just in this area. Hey, something isn't likely spam. Didn't see that earlier. Oh, that guy that's putting up the links to the smut entertainment. I'm sorry, I don't got time for that. Going back to the club. So hang on. As it's warming up, still that presence of the orange juice, or yeah, probably a little bit more. I'm having pizza. What am I gonna have with it? Not sure if have I reviewed that? God, I'm still sitting on your fucking beer, J-Dog.
What the hell is this one?
Yeah. I don't have any too hearted ale, so a little nitro cold brew cream ale from New Belgium. I don't even know if I've even reviewed this one. Have I reviewed this one? 5%? If I haven't reviewed this and you get to this part, it's kind of like a threefer, I guess. Unfortunately, as of right now, we're not finding out what that was from. Yeah. I think I reviewed this. Oh my. Evidently, some people have a real life. There is only one person in the club. Smile money. There's a shock. Show prep is on. Exactly what it said in the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna... I think I reviewed this. Very, very heavy on like fresh ground coffee flavor. And other than that, not all that exciting. Okay, unfortunately, you'll have to wait until the next brew review, or possibly the title, to find out what was in Flask 62. On the other hand, oh yeah, I didn't give... Wow, Joey, be an opportunity to refresh too. The Brewnies India Pale Ale. It was very tasty, Joey. 6.9. It has a little bit of zip. I liked it. I liked it a lot more when it was really cold. Where's a good spot I can write? I am going to... I still liked it, though. I'm going to give it a 9. 9. 9. And I'm going to hit the refresh button just because between Gunwild and Cobra... Oh, that's it. Cheers, guys. And I'm going to go eat some pizza. See you later.